Hey there, Cornseed. I'm Colonel Failure, and this is Farm Manager 2018. I've decided to abort the rather lackluster tutorial farm that I'd been given before, and decided that I knew everything now, and therefore it was time to go and plough into a bit of free mode, because I'm in desperate need of a tractor, and I don't want to be held back. So I'm setting up the game here for those of you who've got this and want to follow along. The terrain seed I'm using is 24,138, which is actually the number of people that subscribe to this channel at the time of recording. As for the farm, this is going to be a farm that I'm a tenant for someone else, and there you go. You can figure the joke out for yourself. And when I use it, you'll know we've reached the end of the season. Let's rock! Righto, so here we are in the pleasant greenery of not very much space at all. I imagine there is a means whereby I can buy a little bit more space here. But let's have a quick look around and see exactly what we've got to play with. There's water, look. That'll be nice. Maybe we can have a little boating lake and some ducks. And, oh, there's actually a heck of a lot of space to play with. That should keep me engaged. Adam is back again. There he is. Look, he still worries me. Yeah, I know. Just don't bother, Adam. I reckon I've got it, mate. So I've received a quest from the government telling me that if I can put up a house for some permanent employees before, I don't know, some date or other, they'll give me £3,000. Now, £3,000 is not very much. But starting with absolutely nothing, how terribly exciting. I reckon we're probably going to go with buildings and decorations. And then houses, sure. House for permanent employees, well, I could get that just for starters, couldn't I? Number of beds, 8. I think that's possibly going to be efficient, although, what does that give me? Gives me farm, it's £80,000, I can't afford it anyway. Right, well, let's not do that then. But I think a permanent employee house, as much as it's rather expensive, is probably a good place to start out. You can afford that. It's 80,000, not 800,000, you Burke. Auto trade twice a month. Auto trade twice a month. Oh, well, that would explain why auto trading wasn't working before. Right, no, we're going to have one of these. Oh, look, it's tiny. I could put that almost anywhere. Am I going to think through exactly how I'm laying my situation out here? Let's get some road on the go, and then we'll work from there. Because I think a bit of road is going to help me in the long term. So I can hang an awful lot of buildings off that, you see. And if we do the same again down here, completely arbitrary, of course. But then I can. I can build off those rather than building off the main road. Maybe it'll help, maybe it won't. Shall I make it double width? I don't think we need to make it double width. We're not expecting that much traffic. Alright, okay, so, garages. Agricultural machinery garage. Yes. Lovely. No, but we're not going to jump the gun. We're going to get to that pretty quickly, but not now. Right, we'll spin that around there. And actually, having put this road in, I am going to want my employees to have reasonably good access to all parts of the farm. So I'm going to put this right about here. Right, okay. The reason for this is initially, of course, I'm going to be building. Let's up the tempo. I'm going to be building in this area. I've just decided that, and therefore having the employees nearby is probably a good thing. That's my scheme. That's my notion. As far as a farmhouse, I don't know if I absolutely need one or not. Now then, crops. Do I want to start working on crops immediately? I think I probably do. Well, it's tempting just to go like, right, I'm going to build a field. I'm going to get a tractor. We're going to make this happen. Let's have a look at the machine market. Ooh, toys. Yes, now that Dad's disappeared and that I'm in the employ of Maggie, we can get tractors and other things too. Oh, hello, what's going on there? Oh, house for permanent employees. Yeah, I got £3,000 back from that. There you go. Hire any employee before the 25th of the 7th. I think that's going to be quite likely, mate. That's likely to happen. Okay, no idea which toys I'm going to need, but we'll do that. But I should probably build something that is likely to result in me actually making some cash. We're at the start of spring, so if we're going to do some planting, now is the time to... What are you? You are a deer. Why did the deer cross the road? To get to the bombastic intro. Okay, right, well, we've got deer on our property. Maybe I ought to equip a farm hand with a shooter in order to make a little bit of a venison profit. Or maybe I'm just being callous. Right, okay, what do we got here? Why is this lot locked out? Training. Okay, we need training for those. Fine. That's fine. We can live with that. For breeding goats and sheep. Okay. I wonder what goats exactly bring to the party. Small chicken coop. Now, we know that chickens turn around a reasonable amount of food reasonably quickly, rabbit breeding, small cow shed, small pigsty, small shed. Should we just go nothing but livestock? Okay, right. Well, before we think... No. While we... Whoa, hello. Small, they said. Okay, well, this is fun. What are you? It's a shed for animals, and I clicked it, therefore I must have sort of wanted it. Alright, fine. In that case, we'll plumb you in here. Right, and then we'll stick a dirt path down the side of it. Yeah, see, look at this. Because I've... Yep, don't worry about trees. Plenty more where that came from. Yeah, because I'm being ruthlessly efficient. That was a cow shed. So then we'll go with a pigsty. Shall we? Yeah, I'm keen, mate. I'm up for it. As much as keeping all your livestock next together is quite a hazardous idea, because you could end up in all kinds of trouble. I don't doubt that I'm building this in an efficient fashion, and that at some point I'll probably want to move it around. Should we have some goats at the same time? Why not? Let's put those on here as well. Now then, I'm going to need, before I start staffing these up with various four-hooved critters, I am going to need some kind of a notion as to what they eat, because otherwise they're all going to get hungry and die. And I'm going to be sad, and you're all going to tell me why that happened. Small chicken coop. I'm up for that. Yeah, small chicken coop. And I've even got the room for a something in there. Don't know exactly what that something's going to be. But, yeah. The bad news, of course, for the employees is they're all right next door to a whole bunch of animals that are going to be making noises. I would imagine around the clock. Although, you know, they will get some sleep. They do tend to respond to sunlight and sleep in that way. But nonetheless, it's going to be quite a noisy environment. Right, there we go. That's all of that. Perfect. Now then, I'm going to want some kind of warehouse so that I can... you don't have an owner's building, build one. Right then, well that answers my question as to whether or not I'm going to need a farm mansion. However, I don't think I really need to interact with anything. I think I am merely the hand of the farming deity. But we'll plant ourselves right over here, and then we'll build a little road up there. I'm just hoping that that my assertion is correct and that I don't actually need access to things. Because if I do need access to things, well, I've placed this in an inconvenient position, haven't I? And then we'll run that down there. There we go. I'm having a stone drive. I don't walk from field to field. There we go. You know, I'll even put that in, just in case that's true. Right, there we go. Building materials galore. Should we go and hire staff now? No, I think we're being a bit premature. Right, we're going to need that built. Let's rocket the tempo up and get our stuff built. Now, I've ploughed through 150 large, so far. Ploughed. That was potentially a farming gag, if only it were deliberate. Bet with a neighbour. Prove that you are the best farmer in the area and breed 7 pigs. Alright. Farmer's house, look. Yay! Cash money. What else? Build a house for permanent employees. I've done that. That Ministry for Development are a bunch of clowns. Right. Let's slow it back down again. Right, we need a warehouse for the output from this stuff. What are you? Oh, I bet it would have let me build a warehouse though, wouldn't it? Ah, never mind. Small warehouse. Small warehouse, reasonably priced. It's not designed for storing meat or frozen foods. Okay. Barn. Seeds and plants, hay and straw, hay ledges. Warehouse with cooling. It's 190,000. That's a lot, but it's good. Then we got a large silo, which is for cereals. We've got a manure storage, probably useful, given the amount of livestock I'm about to acquire. Manure storage, and then a medium silo, and a not so medium silo. All right, we shall start with a not so medium. We'll start with a tiny one. And we'll plumb that in. See, I want a nice little place to store this, because we'll use this for, you know what, I'll stick it next to the farmhands, and they can just they can deal with it. But that's a nice central location that will help them accomplish their dreams. Production. What do we got here then? Small juice factory, mill. Yeah. Okay. I see. Okay. So secondary development. Don't need it at the moment. Don't need a garage at the moment. I know I came here to buy tractors, but we're not yet at tractor phase. And then I think we splash out on the good one. I think if we don't, flipping heck, I think if we don't, we'll regret it later. Well, that's ruddy enormous, isn't it? If we stick it there, can everyone get to it without it being too much hassle? Yes. Let's do it. Monster. Right, beautiful. Now, once I've got that, we need to. Oh, I want manure storage as well, because I'm gonna get some of that, and then I'll do something with it later. Let's put that near where I'm likely to start flinging up some fields. Actually, no. Let's put it opposite the chickens. There you go. This is semi thought through what we're doing here. Not entirely thought through, because you know that would be unusual. Semi thought through, but probably should we get a barn as well? Farms and barns, they kind of go together. It's 20 grand. Yeah, we probably ought to. It's a specific type of warehouse. Look, right. So if we put the barn near where we're going to have our livestock. Leave a room for a bit of road down there, like that, which obviously I can't fit in there. Can I get a refund? Any chance I can get my money back? I don't need to get a road down the side there. I can build it down the side here instead. Well, it didn't ask me if I was sure I wanted to delete that or not. I just deleted it. I'm possibly there 20 grand out of pocket. Well, more for me. I'll tell you what, we're even gonna. I'm splashing out. I'm not gonna make things settle for dirt road, unless I have to, because you know, stone road's pretty ruddy efficient. There we go. Right, let's sink you onto there. Right, that, as I see it, should be all of the buildings I need for some initial transactional work. Probably. Right, cows. Animals, yes. What do they eat? Maybe we should buy one and find out. Actually, they need caregivers. So let's get the foodstuffs in first, and then we'll worry about that. Let's head to the market. No, we'll wait till we've got a barn, and then we'll head to the market. Are any of you going to give me a cue as to what people eat? 11 sheep. I'm not bothered about sheep, mate. I'm doing goats. Allowed food. There it says it right there. All right, so you can do wheat. See, because if I can feed them all the same thing, which I won't be able to, but it's an aspiration. Grass, apples, wheat. Okay, silage, which is quite efficient, I imagine. Also a byproduct. That's pigs. Pigs will eat anything. Whether you should feed them that or not, who knows? Goats will eat even more than pigs will. Apples and silage. How do the pigs feel about silage? They don't feel too good about it. Okay, well, if I get in some wheat and some silage and whatever the chickens feel like. Wheat. Wheat and silage. Silage and wheat. Do I need a special silage storage department? No, I think it can live quite happily in my barn. Right, let's get that built. Let's get that bought. And I've got a silo to put the wheat in. Okay. Well, obviously, at this point, it seems that I am going to be a no, market. There you go. Thank you. Buy. Right, let's go for... What was I saying? Yes, a livestock. I'm going to be a livestock smallholder rather than arable initially. That'll change, though. Chemical fertilizer, manure, crops, straw, no. Apples. Yeah, I could read everything off this list, you know. I'd make it fascinating, I assure you. Wheat, right, good. Guys, it's not too expensive at the moment. Let's have 500 of that, just to get us... I don't know how much we're going to need, so that's how much we're going to buy. Get that bought. And then, silage is 25 a throw. No, it's 0.25 a throw. We'll get 500 of that in as well. Buy it. Right. I feel pseudo-confident. Right, next up, let's buy me some people. Okay, I'm looking for people who know their cows and from their goats. Hello, Ellie. Yeah, you're hired. At this point, I'll take almost anybody who's got expertise critter. Train any worker to level 5. Details. You drive tractors. You've got 0 out of 5, Austin. I wouldn't put that on my CV. I've seen an animal, says Austin. Regrettably, however, Austin looks to be the best qualified so far. Chloe, however, is quite happy to work for hours on end. You're hired. As is Scarlett. We have yet to come across any dudes who actually... who look like they're keen at all. What's that? Is that a checkout? Oh, it's manufacturing. Right, unless I missed anyone. Anyone at all with animal tending as their raison d'etre? Come on in, Austin. Get in the house. It's starting to feel a bit like the Big Brother house at the moment. Oh, Zachary. Hello. Come on in. Right, that'll do. I think that might be one more than I actually need. But it's all good. Right, we'll assign a caregiver for the cows, and it's going to be Ellie. Well done, Ellie. You've got a job. For the pigsty, we shall assign Zach. There you go, Zach. Well done. Actually, I'm not sure if I'm going to need some sort of slaughtering equipment for the pigs. Not really thought that through, given that they don't actually provide a raw material other than quite a lot of manure. Right, at the goat shed, Austin, I suppose. And then chickens. Chickens are a doddle, so I shall apply Scarlet to that one. Marvellous. And then I've got a leftover person who's just going to knock about having a rare old time until I build something else. Maybe I should build a secondary something or other. Maybe I should get your primary something or others working first and then start thinking about a secondary something. Right, there's my silage, look. It's in. And there's my wheat. That's in. Here's my ruddy, expensive warehouse. Smashing. Right. Let's go. 2 cows. And then we shall use the druid to generate more. We'll do the same with pigs. and then we'll look into what we can do with those pigs. I'll do the same with goats, and we'll do the same. Actually, we'll probably go a little bit more aggressive with the chickens. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You guys are happy with wheat, yeah? Okay, good. Right, now, I'm not giving them a balanced diet to start with, which might be a minor concern. I'll figure that out when the time comes. Will you stick to the path, bub? Driving through my fence. But hey, you know what? This door-to-door delivery is not half bad. Good. There we go. Welcome to Maggie's farm. Population 5 employees and a clutch of animals. And next time around, we shall figure out exactly what the score is on making some money out of them. I've been Colonel Failure. Sling a like at this one if you enjoyed it, and subscribe so you don't miss out on what I do to the animals. Catch up with you soon. Cheerio!